Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and it is finally here, the Lich King. The Lich King Arthas Menethil, battle the Lich King, climb up Icecorn Citadel's treacherous towers, unlock the new Arthas Menethil leader, and shatter your enemies' frozen souls. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the Lich King event, the Arthas Reforged event. So, what are the rewards you can get, which are the best rewards, how to complete the challenges, and also in this video I have comps for all of the missions up to Heroic difficulty. I'm going to upload Mythic difficulty guides a little bit later, they need a little bit more work, but this should at least get you started. The Arthas event is quite generous, more generous than events have typically been, because the full reward tree is going to cost you 35,250 tickets, and the event challenges will give you 45,550 tickets. And not only that, but you can also buy daily offers with coins, and the coin daily offers give you 500 tickets each. Note that the daily offers are still a little bit bugged. To get your tickets, you need to claim an event challenge, or you need to buy an item from the event reward tree, and only then the tickets are going to just magically appear in your ticket total. There's no animation or anything whatsoever. But until you do that, those tickets are not accessible to you. So if it's the last day of the event and you're buying a daily offer, then remember that you need to leave something to claim after that daily offer in order to get access to those tickets. Tickets, 500 tickets per offer, that still works overall fine, but there's this little bit of a bug with those. The reward tree is actually quite spectacular. There are 22 Arthas stars in this tree, so you're going to get a lot of Arthas stars out of this one. 2,500 coins, or if you have the booster, that's 3,750 coins. Then 5 stars for 8 different minis, so that's another 40 stars. Modest Tome, couple of major tomes, 7 mega tomes. Usually we have 1 or maybe 2, but now there's 7. A troop choice, 3 star tomes, 2 rare omatics. So Arthas being on the grid means that you can use those rare omatics to improve Arthas further. Rare core, epic core, legendary core, Arthas portrait, and 6 skins for Arthas. The most useful rewards here are the Arthas stars, they are circled in blue here, and then coins and rare omatics, which are circled in green. As you can see, you can immediately buy one of the Arthas stars, so you can unlock Arthas immediately, start the event, and then most of the other good rewards are a bit lower in the tree. But you can beeline through this tree quite rapidly. So first thing you want to do is you want to buy that Arthas, it's circled here in blue, just buy that Arthas, unlock Arthas for yourself. And then you can just go through the tree, just deep dive into the tree all the way to spiderlings, after which you can split and go through both sides. And that's going to get you most of the other stars. There's still a couple left in the middle, right underneath the portrait that you can also buy immediately. And that's going to give you all the coins, and that's only 17,700 tickets. And tickets are not really hard to come by in this event anyway, so you're most probably going to be able to unlock the entire tree. So Arthas being the new mini and the star of this event, it's of course a question, okay, how do you get Arthas stars? So you can get 22 stars from the reward tree, that's going to take Arthas all the way to rare already. Arthas is also going to be on the grid after you collect him, so you need to grab a star first from the tree, and then Arthas will be on the grid until the end of the event. Arthas is another limited time leader, so Arthas is going to go away. You want to upgrade Arthas now within these next 2 weeks. And because you can get 22 stars from the reward tree, that means that those stars and then 1 rare omatic and 3 individual stars can take Arthas to epic. Or you could use 3 rare omatics on Arthas on the grid and get Arthas all the way to legendary without spending a penny. There are 2 paid bundles, but those bundles are more for cosmetics. There's 10 stars with Prince Arthas skin for 19.99, and then there's another bundle with 40 stars, Prince Arthas skin and tower skins for 59.99. The event challenges seem to be working quite well this time. I've only come across 2 bugs really. First is this one that I'm showing here. This life after loam, resurrect allies or consume enemy corpses. There is a challenge like that, but there's another place where that text is also used where it shouldn't be. This one is actually convert allied minis into skeletal mages. So the steps 2 to 4 have the wrong text, but they do work properly based on the initial text. And another bug that I have experienced is that sometimes Arthas in the missions just refuses to die. I'm not sure what causes that. Maybe the speculation currently is that maybe it's something like you've drawn Arthas too far away from his original spawn point. and then he cannot die in the when he's far away from it or something. But that does happen, which is quite annoying. But it doesn't happen too often, or I guess it depends on your strategies as well. But those are the only bugs that I have encountered so far. There are 3 event-specific missions this time. Again, they have 3 difficulty levels as well. There's no time gating, all of those are already available. And in those missions, the enemy levels are based on your average team level, but it counts all of your minis as at least -4 from your highest level mini. So you can't put one super high level mini and then other minis that will be very low level and get the levels down, because it always assumes that every mini is at least within 4 levels of the highest mini, which also means that like boost slot is quite bad for this one, because if you put a mini into a boost slot and it's much higher than your other minis, then you're actually just hurting yourself. So you probably want to off slot something in the boost slot, for example, just to make your minis have levels that are closer to each other so that you won't run into the skewed team protection. The first of the 3 maps is Lower Spire. There's Arthas, and then there's Mouladim, who patrols around the map and who Arthas is going to resurrect if you kill Mouladim after a little while. Arthas' team in this one consists of Abomination, Ghoul, Necromancer, Meatwagon, and Skeleton Party. I also data mined the talents for the heroic mode, but it looks like the missions don't use the talents at all, and missions also use the normal team, so there is Necromancer and there is no Batrider actually in the event. Skeletons will spawn at towers that Arthas controls, and once there's a phase change, then a big bunch of skeletons and some rattlegores are going to spawn and attack your base. And Heroic adds mini rattlegores that patrol the map and a frost aura for Mouladim. And my team recommendation for Lower Spire for normal and heroic is a Sylvanas team. I'm using Ghoul, Plague Farmer, Whelpex, Witch Doctor, Chimera, and Swole Troll. Swole Troll and Ghoul are my tanks. Swole Troll especially really phenomenal tank, and Ghoul with that bone shield, something dies, Ghoul starts eating, gains armored, gains health, really hard to kill. And then Chimera, Plague Farmer, I'm just going to poison Arthas a lot, and that's how I'm eventually going to get rid of it. Whelpex really nice because there's those spawns at phase changes, so you can just drop some Whelpex to meet them and greet them with some fire, so that will help handling those. The second mission map is Pit of Saron. There's Arthas, and then there's these Gish statues that are then going to wake up later on. Yeah, and then there's some Gishes coming towards your base. Arthas' deck in this one consists of Blizzard, Die Battlings, Plague Farmer, Skeleton Party, and Spiderlings, and again I did not notice any talents, so no talents in the mission mode. There's going to be Winter Storms that freeze your minis and then they explode when they are freed out of that, and Heroic mode also adds some Abominations that are going to come towards your base, so plenty of stuff going on here, and not to mention all of those Gishes. So my recommendation for normal and heroic Pit of Saron is a Drakkisath army. Drakkisath gives all your other minis near Drakkisath resistance, and there's so much elemental damage, so that resistance is really strong. Then I'm going to build a Drakkisath Death Ball with Pyromancer, Plague Farmer, Frostwolf Shaman, Witch Doctor, and Priestess. And I also have a Holy Nova here. Holy Nova is here so that when Arthas reaches half health, then Gishes are going to wake up and there's going to be a big explosion, and I want Holy Nova to heal up my team immediately after that so that they will survive a little bit better. I actually want to do it so that I want to attack one Drakkisath team from the left and one Drakkisath team from the right. I found that going with 2 Drakkisath teams from different directions just helps a little bit because of those winter storms, so that became more reliable. And finally, the third map is Frozen Throne. Arthas is now in an empowered mode. Arthas has Death Grip and other stuff. And Arthas' army consists of Banshees, Blizzard, Gargoyle, Ghoul, Necromancer, and Skeleton Party. Again, I did not see the talents. There's going to be Defile at phase changes, which is going to hit your buildings, hit your troops. There's going to be Skeletons, there's going to be Rattlegores coming at phase changes. In Heroic, troops trying to Defile spawn Skeletal Mages, and in Heroic, Arthas also gains attack speed the more minis there are near Arthas. And here's my deck recommendation for Frozen Throne for normal and heroic, another Drakkisath Death Ball, so trying to just get a critical mass of priestesses. You want to have like 3-4 priestesses if at all possible. And then there's Plague Farmer, so we can get some poison in, and We have Witch Doctor, we have Pyromancer, they can also shoot at some of the gargoyles if necessary. Then I have some Diabatlings and I have Skeletons. Those are used defensively, they are not part of the attack team. And I can also drop Skeletons when there's Banshees, so that then Banshees are just going to steal those Skeletons instead of anything important. The real beauty of this team is that even if your initial push fails and you don't manage to kill Arthas, then you are able to defend your base against all of those phase change minis, and then you can just push again and get the kill. And that's pretty much the event. Let's go take a look at all of these 3 maps in Heroic in action. So here we go, Lower Spire in Heroic with the Sylvanas army. I'm not actually going to play Sylvanas. Sylvanas is here just to give fury to these Horde and Undead minis. So looking a little bit, okay, where's Arthas going to attack? Let's start attacking towards the left if at all possible, because taking that tower and attacking Arthas from the left side is pretty sweet. I can also take both towers if needed and see what we can do here. And here I get the Ghoul to tank, and now as you can see, Ghoul is tanking. Ghoul might take some damage, but Ghoul is eating, so everything is going well. And then I have this Swole Troll team working on Moladim. Moladim is going to be able to kill that Swole Troll actually. Yeah, but now the Swole Troll is already on its way, so everything is looking fine. And also Chimera, because there's these abominations, like Witch Doctor sadly is going to take a beating there, but Chimera doesn't mind, and Swole Troll also is going to be just fine. I'm thinking of dropping some Plague Farmer out there, but I'm a little bit worried about the hook, so waiting a little bit. Also dropped some Whelbecks, because there's going to be the spawns at the phase changes, so Whelbecks are going to help me with those. Now I have stuff going in at Arthas from both directions. Poison coming from both directions as well, that's really important. Dropping some Whelbecks there also to get ready. I think I would need another Chimera more than I need to Witch Doctor. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. I have lost the Chimera there. Now there's a phase change. That Chimera came in clutch, came in just at the right time. So Whelbecks didn't manage to kill as much stuff as I had hoped. So I will also need to defend a little bit here, defending with the Witch Doctor. Should have maybe saved a little bit of gold for that defense. But anyway, things are going quite alright. Huge army coming through the mid. But I mean, Arthas is just taking a beating there. And boom, Arthas goes down. Next up, Arthas at the Heroic Pit of Saron. And in this one I found that if I just built one Death Ball that took the left tower and then went all the way to Arthas, I often ended up losing the Death Ball. So there's going to be these winter storms and then the explosions and all sorts of stuff, and the Death Ball just can't survive that always. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to send one group from this side, and then I'm going to try to send another group from the right lane, and then converge them so that when they fight against Arthas, then they are going to be fighting a little bit from 2 different directions. I found that to be slightly stronger. I did have the bug in this one, in some of my attempts, where Arthas just refused to die. So if you get that, then maybe you need to send a little bit less stuff at Arthas, because it's possible that that is caused by Arthas not being at its original place, or just being constantly engaged in combat. Because here we go, there's some blizzards and stuff, so my original army that's going in has diminished quite a bit. And there is still a shaman, there's still a plague farmer, still getting some damage in. And this actually went quite well, because now I didn't get the first phase yet, and now I get 2 Drakkisaths in at the same time, so this is actually really beautiful. Now the Drakkisaths are coming in, and I'm ready to see there was that explosion when the Gishis woke up, but I was able to save Drakkisath with the Holy Nova, and now we just have enough power to shoot at Arthas, and now Arthas should be dying here. And there, Arthas decides, okay, it's time to die, and boom, that's Arthas gone. I didn't even have to deal with Gish. And finally, Arthas and the Heroic Frozen Throne. So in this one, again, we're trying to build up a Death Ball. I'm trying to defend Batlings, and Skeletons are my main defensive tools. Skeletons mostly just to bait Banshees. So when I see a Banshee, I play Skeletons. Let them steal one of those. But here we have Drakkisath. And I try to build an army of the DPS, cheap DPS minis to go together with Drakkisath. And then as there's minis approaching my base, I just use a Pyromancer here. So Pyromancer is going to shoot at them. There's a little bit of Batlings too. Now I get a second Priestess, and Batlings, as you can see, tremendously good. There's a Banshee, well, so what, it's just Batlings. Now there should be 2 Banshees coming from the middle at this point. And there they are, and I drop Skeletons, and the Banshees steal a couple of Skeletons. And I'm like, okay, you stole some Skellies. Do you see how much I mind? And now we have a great army there. We have 3 Priestesses, which is ample Priestess power. So that Death Ball is probably going to kill the Lich King. Defile is going to take away the tower, and then there's going to be some Skeletons and Rattlegores and stuff coming. So now I need to defend. But the defense holds quite well here, and Arthas has taken quite a beating, and then Arthas just dies. So those were the missions up to heroic difficulty, and mythic guides coming in the coming days. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.